Welcome to YouTube channel Kadam Academy. Dear friends, after learning the costing, cost accounting, what is accounting and importance of accounting, now we are moving towards the methods of costing. That may be job, that may be process or batch, depends on the production types. Okay, so dear friends, start with these methods of costing. This main method of costing is job costing or order costing. The second one is the process costing. This related to these two main, job costing and process costing. They already were studied in the another video on the intermittent production or the continuous production or mass production. For those companies, they are having the mass production or intermittent production or the job costing or order costing, process costing. You have to calculate the costing. Costing is very important. Already we have studied to find out the cost of that product or service or job. So dear friend, here in job costing, we are going to learn what is the process costing, what are those industries, where we have to calculate for the process costing, and operating cost method for which industry, that operating cost method, departmental costing, unit cost, multiple cost, and batch cost. That we are going to clear you within 5 or 10 minutes. So watch till end. Starting with the job costing, dear friends, you can see here, आपको दिख रहा है, you can see this is the shipbuilding. This is the shipbuilding where the job or orders are given to that company for manufacturing this ship. Under this job costing is concerned with the finding cost of each and individual job. This is the individual job or order given to that company for this shipbuilding. Or you can say this is the contract. For we can see this is the diagram of Koyana Dam, Maharashtra, installed capacity 1960 megawatt. This is the contract develop, and this is the also one of the type of the under the job costing or the contract costing or order costing. Another types of the job costing, there may be different types of the equipments, machine manufacturing, or these are the devices for the chemical industries, boilers and heaters and process industry, this equipment with the job costing or order costing. For this, we have to find out the cost of that particular job. Related to particular job, that may be building contracts with this. They are developed the buildings with the under the job costing. So what will happen in this method? Each job has to plan its cost determined separately on the basis of actual costs incurred. Actual cost, what is required, that we have to find out in this method. Or the predetermined cost, we have to find out the predetermined cost and actual costs, we have to compare for that under this job costing. And what will happen then you have to keep the daily records of the direct material, labor required, and estimated whatever the direct material, direct labor, and estimated for the cost that we have to compare. That is daily record of direct material, direct labor, and estimated overhead cost for each and order is recorded in production order or in cost sheet. That we have to record it on the cost sheet. This total cost is then obtained from this cost sheet. It is applicable to industries where costs are usually charged to individual jobs. For these jobs, already I have seen few pictures of examples of under the job costing. This job costing or order costing also called as contract costing. So friends, moving toward the process costing. This method is employed when a standard product is made which involves a number of distinct processes. You can see this is the process to extract the crude oil. After this extracting crude oil from the earth, this is refined and it is logistically moving and come to our petrol pump, and we can get it the petrol from this petrol pump. This is the all the process here. So for this each and every process or whatever the extraction of oil from these resources available in sea or in the earth on the ground. So this is the one example of the oil, petrol, gas industry, or you can see this example of chemical industry. In this method, the employed when standard product is made, which involves number of distinct processes performed in a definite sequence manner. This method usually used in this industries. Already we are seeing the petrol or oil refineries, this chemical industries, or we can say these process industries for like textile industries. Continuously they are manufacturing the from woolen to this manufacture of the in textile industries. The products what we wear, that is nothing but the textile industries. Next is the cement industry. This is also process industry. Under this cement industry, process costing it is required. Or similarly, sugar industry. You can watch the video on the sugar industry, virtual visit on cement industry, virtual visit. The two videos are available on my YouTube channel. So under this process costing, this industry also coming here. Process is done from this sugar cane up to the sugar is manufacturing from the sugar cane with the different steps of the process. So that come under the process costing. Here in this method, they indicate the cost of products. And after this foundries and paper and pulp making, you can see here paper manufacturing. And here is the pulp manufacturing industries. You can see here mini fruit juice jam production line. Or this is the mango pulp or juice manufacturing. These are the some hygienic industries. They are making the pulp for the eating purpose. So friends, these process industry or their departments, for instance, manufacture the suppose where cement operations are there, the mixing, grinding raw material, burning, cooling and grinding the clinker are readily separable, and cost of each of these stages can be fairly accurately calculated. Whatever the different phases are there, for suppose this is pulp making, you can calculate, and that total time spent and material used for each process, as well as services like power or light, heating, are all charged for this purpose of the process cost sheet may be employed. The process sheet is summary of all the type of the industry. This is the one of the type of the process industry. The continuously manufacturing mass production will be there, like this tire company. All these are the industrial rubber making companies. Or you can see the mining industry also come under the process industry. Or the next is the departmental costing. So before this, the process industry, under this process costing, what will happen? The transfer of the cost from the previous operation, the cost incurred at each operation, showing material, labor, overhead, all at each stage it is calculated. Now we'll go toward the departmental costing. What will happen? These are the steel industry. You can see here in this picture, in steel industry or in automotive industry, that may be car manufacturing. See here, different car manufacturing logos are there. These are the different car manufacturers. Here, Skoda, BMW, Tata, or the Land Rover, Fiat, Ford, Indian company are there, Bugatti, Audi. These are the international brands are there, or the Indian brands are there. Well-known brands are there. Similarly, these are the two-wheeler industry or automotive industry. Under this two-wheeler industries are there, the manufacturing, Hero Honda, Bajaj. These are the Kawasaki, Royal Enfield, TVS. These are the companies. They have to calculate department costing. Under this departmental costing, in big industries like the steel industry and automobile industry, each department is producing independently one or more components. So friends, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, we have to find out departmental costing method. We have to use each industry, the actual expenditure of each department on various products is entered on a separate cost sheet, and costing of each department is separately undertaken. You can see this is one example of the BMW, or this is the one example. Different department under the CEO, the plant manager, production team, management team, or business team, their material department or technical department or production department. Or you can see here the few functions and departments like this: finance or management, or the public relations, sales, marketing, HR, IR. These are the different departments. IT or production manufacturing, or there may be research development, production planning and control, operations, or quality assurance or manufacturing department, or the quality assurance and quality management, or marketing and sales like this finance and administration. These are the different departments we have to calculate for that departmental costing. This is come under departmental costing. We'll see this is an example of the BMW company. What are their departments available? This is the website. We have taken this data from this website, display shop. This is a separate department, and they are manufacturing these sheets. You can see here our body shop, the separate department of the BMW. They are manufacturing the or detail assembly of this body shop. And after that, paint shop, they are painting this body entirely by using the robotics. Industry 4.0 assembly. After the painting is over, their assembly will start. You can see how the industries are there. In comfort zone, they are working in industry without any. There is a very clean and safety. All the norms they are follows. So this is the assembly. After this, the seat production, they are having their own seat production. These are the different departments of this BMW. This is the engine production assembly. They are having their own production of the engine. They are having assembly in their in this industry under this BMW. So dear friend, this is over for the departmental costing. Now we'll go for the operating cost method. Operating cost under this method is used in firms providing utility services like this water, sewage, gas, electricity, or the park, transport, telephone. These are the utility services. Major utility services we require daily, that is the gas, water, and light. Under this transport services, you can see here metro or monorail, or the best buses, or the local railways. In Mumbai, these are the videos from these are the pictures from the transport services. These are come under the utility services. Under this, what will happen? This method adopted by pumps which supply the utility services. For the example, this transport or water works. See here, this is the Pune Municipal Corporation water works. They are having their own department. So they are providing the utility service for water works. Electricity Board, Mahavitran company in Maharashtra. Electricity Board, Mahavitran, the Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Cooperative Limited. So they providing the utility service. The cost is determined on the basis of the operating. And again, another one example is MNGL, Maharashtra Natural Gas Limited, is the utility services. They are providing the gas. Friends, this operating cost method also called as the service costing, and this cost is determined under this method on the basis of the operating expenses and charges, whatever the charges of each department. That means the related to that charges are given for this suppose gas charges in ton, kilometer, or you can say for charges for per liters, for water or the transportation, or the for electricity you can say the kilowatt hours. Okay, so how many tons are there moving for this transportation, or the per liter for water, for kilowatt hour for the electricity. These are the charges are applied for the calculation of the operating cost. Under this, operating cost method. Now moving to the unit cost. This is nothing but the simple way you can see in this picture. This method is adopted by firms which supply a uniform product. You can see here picture. This is the products are uniforms. Only single product they are manufacturing. That is the, you can say there is no variety of products or the mines or queries, or you can see these are the simple examples shown to you. They are manufacturing only a single product. If multiple products are come under the multiple costs, under Pepsi there are different products they are manufacturing. You can see here Pepsi, Lay's, Mountain Dew, G, Doritos, 7-Up, Diet Pepsi, Mirinda, Lipton, Citos, Tropicana. These are the different products. Similarly here Nestle, they are also manufacturing number of products, near about 2000 brands worldwide they are manufacturing. This come under the multiple cost. So this is the method of costing for the multiple costing. This method is in the firms which manufacture a variety of standardized products. Okay, so these are having no relation to one another in cost and quality type of the process. Next is the batch costing. Under the batch costing, this is a form. This is a form of the job costing. Okay, or what will happen here, instead of the costing each component separately, each batch, what are the batch manufacturing for this pharmaceutical or this eating food or this biscuits or for this automotive spare parts. Okay, these are the spare parts for the industry. With batch they are manufacturing the batch of this one. They are calculating for this batch or for this batch or for this batch. Only cost is calculated, batch costing, that is the batch costing. This is an example. If 2 units of the any component say manufactured, the costing for the 100 units together, the unit cost would be ascertained by dividing the cost by 100 number of units produced per batch. So per batch wise the calculation done, that is where the batch costing. So friend, batch cost is calculated by batch wise. So this batch costing is learned. After this video you can watch for the detail how the elements, what are the different elements of cost by using the material, labor and the expenses. So friends, thank you for watching my video. If not subscribe my channel Kadam Academy. Thank you very much.